Hi, it's Saturday morning and I finally decided that it was time to address the bananas that have been in the fruit bowl since the grandchildren came, and they didn't eat them. And I'm doing this 16-hour thing. I don't eat for 16 hours after my dinner the night before, so I don't eat breakfast, so bananas are sitting in the fruit bowl sort of, decomposing quietly. And it got to the really lovely stage that you want them to make banana bread. Now, we've all made banana bread ad nauseum, I'm sure, at the beginning of lockdown, but I've never done a recipe for banana bread for you, I'm fairly sure. And I've also got a recipe for banana scones, which I might do one day. Anyway, I have a recipe which was in the Sunday Times, anyway, I think the Sunday Times. It is salted caramel banana bread. Sounds fab. My friend made it, said it was gorgeous, so I'm making it. The only thing I'm missing is a banana to cut in half and put on the top. You decorate it with a whole banana, sliced lengthways, and put on the top. Mine were too gooey for that. So I thought I'd make it. And I started by making the caramel sauce, which you've already seen me make another time. And I added half a teaspoonful of rock salt to it. It's gorgeous. That's outside cooling. So I thought I'd have a bit of a chat. And I realised that we're going on holiday next Saturday, and when we come back I've got an absolute manic 4 days, and then it's cookery again, so I really need to get sorted. I've done the main course, that's already done and videoed, and so this will be the cake, and the dessert I have to do when I get back. The dessert is going to be blackberries, because it's blackberry season. I'm trying to be a bit seasonal and deal with gluts, which is why I did the courgette fritters, because we seem to have a glut of courgettes. Certainly everyone we know has given us courgettes. So I'm going to go on to my other camera. And Bob's going out, so no one will drop the camera into the cake like he did last week. So I've got all my ingredients ready. I've mashed the bananas. They look black in there, they're not at all black. How very odd. Anyway, in fact, I decided this morning the easiest way to convince yourself how dreadful you look is to take a selfie, because I thought this morning, oh, my hair looks quite nice, I'll take a selfie. And whereas in my dressing table mirror I looked quite nice, in my selfie I looked like some old dear, which is what I am, of course. So, I'm going to beat the sugar and the softened butter, mine's not terribly softened, although it's been out of the fridge somewhere, with the bananas until smooth and pale. So that should be alright. These were really ripe, and I remember when it was the thing about, everyone was making banana bread. I don't know why everyone did make banana bread. I guess because it's really easy to make, and most people like it. I don't know. It just seemed everybody made it at the beginning of lockdown. And now my lovely spatula is missing, which means Bob's put it somewhere wrongly, in the wrong place. So I'm going to have to look for that. He's a bit of an old nuisance, isn't he? So I've got my beaters, and I've got my mixer, and I'll beat this up. Now, I found my spatula. He had put it in the wrong place, so he's going to get a thump later. It's really not difficult, but anyway. I've beaten that. It says until smooth and pale. Now, it doesn't get very pale because you use dark brown sugar. Anyway, I've done that. Had I softened the egg in the butter in the microwave first, it would have been better, but I didn't. So I'm now adding the egg. It says says beat until light in colour, but once again, dark soft brown sugar, you're not going to get a very light result, are you? However, I've done what it said. You stir in 1 tablespoonful of the cooled caramel. Now this caramel is darker than the one I made last week because I've made it with dark soft brown sugar, because I didn't have enough light soft brown sugar, so I used a bit of each. Soft brown sugar, does it really matter? I don't think so. So you stir that in, and then you mix in all the dry ingredients, which I've measured out here: ground almonds, baking powder, bicarbonate of soda and flour, until well combined. So I'm going to fold them in. It says mixing, but I think folding, because we've been beating hell out of it for so long. You don't want to knock all that air out, do you? Clearly. It says, I think this is going to be, I'm a bit concerned about, I've lined a big tin. I'm wondering if it's not going to be enough for that big tin, but we'll see, won't we? I don't think it says what size tin on the recipe. It doesn't, so there we are. There's the first big mistake. Right, so you fold it all in until well combined, which it is, and then you put half of it into a lined tin. Half of it into a lined tin. I think this is going to be tremendously gooey and delicious. Half into a lined tin. That's about half. Right. And you spoon over that 4 tablespoons of caramel. Yum. 1, 2, 3, 4, which sort of covers it. Basically, cover it in caramel is, I think, what we're saying here. 4 spoonfuls of caramel. And then you add the rest of the cake mixture, and you put this beautifully sliced in half banana on top, which I haven't got. So I'll leave you to do that all by yourselves. I'm sure you're big grown-up girls, you can do that. If you've got another banana, I was going to go and buy a banana just to do that. Particularly as I'm not doing any shopping. We are going on holiday. We're going to eat everything that's in the fridge and the freezer. Sort of a week. We've got so much stuff in the fridge and freezer that it's ridiculous. So I'm not buying any shopping this week. Of course, that means that the shopping list the week after will be ginormous, because I've already got lots of things on it. This actually doesn't cover very well. I think maybe I put too much in the first batch. It's not actually covering that. But we'll see. It's all an experiment. And as you know, if this cake is disgusting, you will never know that I even made it, because I shall make something else and never tell you about it. Never ever admit it. Never admit your mistakes. No, that's not what Julie said. Admit them and say you're sorry. So, right, there we are. It will actually just about cover. It did say 4 tablespoons, didn't it? Hold on, I'm just reading this again in case yeah, 4 tablespoons of caramel. Well, I've done what it said. It was one of these modern, oh, sorry. It's Kath and John. I just rang them by mistake, so it might be why she's ringing me. I dialed their number by mistake. Just deal with it. Just deal with it for me. Right, so there it is. Normally, you would put a sliced... Oh, sorry, I'm showing you. You're not on the camera. What a nit. What you're supposed to do is put a sliced banana, slice it lengthways, and put it there with the seed side up. But I ain't got a banana, miss. Yes, we have no bananas. I'm putting that in the oven for 45 minutes at 180. Can't imagine. Hold on. Can't imagine it's going to take 45 minutes, to be perfectly honest. It actually says 45 to 55 minutes, but I definitely think it won't. I may be wrong. I'm going to set my timer for 35 minutes because I know my oven and you'll know your oven, and I'll let you know the result. In the meantime, I'm going away, and as I say, if I don't come back, it's because it didn't work. may well not work. Anyway, I'll put you on pause. When it's finished, you drizzle the rest of the caramel over the cake. Well, I have to tell you, I have a lot of caramel left. Far too much to drizzle over a cake. So I'm going to possibly drizzle some over my cake, but I'll show you actually how much I've got left. Awful lot. I think I would have made half the caramel if I make it again, if it works. If it works. If it works. Can you see that? I've got, oh, I don't know if the light's good enough. Let's put the light on. Oh, that's better. I've got, yeah, quite a lot. I think I've got another probably 3 or 4 tablespoons of caramel, which is way too much to drizzle over the cake. Not too much to eat, of course. I may be forced to get a teaspoon. So next time I think I would cut the, if it works, if I ever make it again, I'll probably cut it down by a third. But we'll see. Let's see if it works before we get overexcited, shall we? I'll see you later.